Well, I'm Simon Scholes. I'm the founder and creative director of Perception Studios. We're an award-winning visual marketing agency, and we help brands and businesses create content that helps them stand out on social media, be that video, animation, aerial work, photography, graphics, all sorts of different types of stuff. But a few years ago, it became very obvious to me that not only was social media very important, but not every brand and not every business necessarily had the budget to create content with an agency on a regular basis. But social media, and especially video, is all about being consistent. So how can I help them be consistent, create regular content without having to pay agency fees all the time? So I sat down, I came up with a process. It kind of just tangled in with a lot of things other people were saying and stuff I'd been speaking about a long time. I called it How to 9 Times Your Social Media, and it's basically about taking little pieces of your content and making it work harder for you. If you've got a blog, can you do video with it? Can you do podcasting? All that kind of stuff. I turned it into a book. It went to number 1 on Amazon. Who would have thunk it? And it's still available now for like 99p or something, so go and grab yourself a copy. And it takes you through everything from marketing planning to podcasting, and like I say, all the stuff that happens in between. It's one of the most popular lives that I've done so far to date. When I split up the content, loads of people raved about everything he was talking about. Was a gentleman called Alan Spicer. Hello, Alan.
Hello.
So location is kind of the next one you come across. I've started using it on a more regular basis, saying that when I do a recording, I say what date the recording was done on, and also that it was done in Andover, which is where I'm based. How does that have an importance on the content?
Now, compared to date in itself, location does actually have a functionality. There's 2 things that you'll notice. If I was to publish a video and I was to use a hashtag, the hashtag then becomes some part of the title of the video. The hashtag is clickable. The location will override that.
I've noticed it does the little, it tells you where it is, and then the little like arrow kind of map.
Exactly. Yeah. See, the advantage of this is that it goes back to niching your content specifically. So if I was solely talking about how beautiful Yorkshire is, I could locate those videos for me, and then if I only ever wanted to see everything in Manchester, or anything in London, or anything specifically in Hyde Park in London, I can click through to those locations and it will give you search results based on those locations. So you could get very specific. Say you really want to see the Eiffel Tower, and every video that's been tagged the Eiffel Tower, you can click the location and it will then give you everything that's been tagged in that specific geography. Now, it used to be, the idea was that you could rank in those specific areas based on your specificity. Now it's one of those features that, once again, over time, because people didn't use it, it's still a powerful feature, but because people didn't use it, it then becomes less and less worth your time. Now, I'm not saying that people should stop doing it, especially if you're very specific. So if you're traveling abroad and you want to, for your own sake, put, the convention centre when you're going to VidCon, or if you want to actually have a conversation around an event, that could actually help you.
Would it also help as well, for example, so for example, I go to Slovakia a lot, my wife's Slovakian, we go to Slovakia at Christmas, would then tagging the content with a Slovakian town or Slovakia overall make it more visible, that content more visible to people specifically in Slovakia?
It makes it more visible. It's all down to interaction with that feature. Now, it does effectively lend data to that video saying that, yes, I am in London at this time, or I'm in Slovakia at this time. So if you were searching for Christmas in Slovakia, if it's got the metadata that supports that, then it might, everything with algorithms always might, it might lend an element of additional information that would help. But the biggest way I've seen this work is direct events. So if you went to WrestleMania weekend, or if you went to VidCon UK or VidCon in Anaheim, and you're talking about for that whole weekend, if you was to tag the location, everyone that's in that specific niche bubble that wants to interact with that environment and that camaraderie and that community, they would then know that, he's there. And then they can jump in, and then it makes it much more specific. It's like using a specific hashtag on LinkedIn when it comes to an event. VidCon 2028, when we're finally out of lockdown. or whatever it happens to be.
Whatever it might be. Yeah.
Well, that's it. That way, you know that you're not interacting with a someone that posted that specific video 2 years ago and is no longer relevant and is no longer here. Especially if they're calling for like, right, I'm going to be in Times Square for the next 2 hours. Come and find me. And the video's 2 years old. Then not helpful.
So would it also work, because obviously YouTube is Google, or Alphabet, which is Google. So does it work the same way as when you type in, I don't know, plumber Newbury, and then all the plumbers in Newbury pop up and you've got the map results as well? Would it then draw upon that to help bring up, say there was a plumber in Newbury creating regular content, would it help that content be pulled up by the search results as well?
I've not specifically seen direct correlation between the location tagged on a video and the results in search. But you can place tags and relevant qualifying information on a video or on a website and have it relate to those searches.
Yeah.
So for a very long time I was trying to rank for HD1 web design, HD1 being Huddersfield, the central postcode, and
not high definition.
Not high definition. It just so happens that I'm old enough that was also the time when high definition appeared, because I'm old. So I thought I'd lean in on it, you know. Sports HD1. I'll just nick the HD1 and it'd be my postcode. So that hooked on okay, and it would geographically locate me, but that was also based on the syntax that you placed, the schema that you marked your website up with. In other words, the hidden data that you feed to Google to tell Google, hey, we are here, we're based in this location, please make it relevant. And then you'd also pad your website out with accidentally typing things like web design Huddersfield and web design Yorkshire and Cowersley and Bradford. You'd make blog posts and stuff. But specifically tagging the video, maybe if you used to go to Google and search for location-based videos, it would form that data. But I've not personally searched that ever.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But I do know that if I've seen a location on a video, every now and then I'll click on that location to pull up the search results.